Hey guys, second video. We're going to have one more after this. But the second video, I'm Brian.
I'm Ed.
Welcome to the garage. But anyways, we kind of got off in rabbit trails in between the last video and this one.
Yes.
But we were kind of planning out the next two videos a little bit. We kind of fly by the seat of our pants a little bit.
Yes.
At times.
Yes.
Sometimes we're scripted, sometimes we're not.
Yeah.
But the second video is going to deal with the problem that a lot of watchmen are dealing with today.
Yes.
And we like to call them sheeple,
Yeah.
pew babies.
There's a lot of, if you don't know, there's a lot of people that do kind of what we do, bigger scale. They have productions.
Oh, yeah.
You know, but they're all, we call them watchmen.
Yes.
Trying to warn the people what's going on in the world and open their eyes. And every one of them is being attacked.
Yep.
By Christians.
Tom Horn's book, Blood on the Altar, The Coming War of Christian versus Christian.
Yes.
We'll put a link in description.
Yes.
You might want to get the book and read it.
Yes.
Because the remnant is being driven from a lot of the brick and mortar churches. Okay? And they're being driven by people that are Christian. Our churches have been turned into country clubs, private clubs, and the watchmen are out here saying, hey, there's stuff going on, man.
Yep.
You need to be paying attention. But unfortunately, what happens a lot of times is when you get a hold of these people and they're a little reality bubble.
Don't pop my bubble.
Yeah, they flip out, they freak out.
Yeah.
A good example.
Stop coming at me with your facts.
Yeah, oh yeah. How dare you wake me up?
Yeah.
You're a narcissist. You're controlling. You're manipulative. Blah blah blah. All the big $5 words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here comes the names.
Call me names all you want, but there's one name that fits, and it's called Watchman. And Ed falls under that heading too, and so does L.A. Marzulli. So does Tom Horn, Joe Horn, Derek Gilbert, Sharon Gilbert,
Yeah.
the late
LA.
Chris Putnam.
L.A.
God
Marzulli.
bless you, brother. L.A. Marzulli. God bless you guys. For everybody out there doing
Pastor Dizdar.
Oh, yeah, Pastor Russ Dizdar. David Langford, who is a really good pastor. Let me tell you what. That man is just on point with the word, and he ain't afraid to say it.
Yep.
But, just a good example. Ed told me about Stephen King. Now, Stephen King in no way, shape, or form claims to be a Christian.
No. But
On his Twitter page,
yeah.
here's a case in point of pricking somebody's reality bubble. When Stephen King said that the virus, the corona or cerveza bug, is nowhere near as bad as the virus in his book, The Stand.
Yeah. He was comparing that and saying it's not nowhere near the same. And
What did someone say to
someone
Stephen?
commented to Stephen King, well, how do you know? Did you even read that book? That was...
He wrote it. He wrote
You're
the book.
talking to the man that wrote the book.
That's the author.
Yes.
So it's kind of the same response you get from a lot of pew babies in the churches.
Oh.
And you know who you are, too.
Yes.
You know who you are. We got binkies for each and every one of you. Okay?
Or the I love the ones, that was just in the Old Testament.
That argument gets used for the homosexual thing. That was just in the Old Testament. Really? Is that why it says in Romans and in the New Testament, talking about the effeminate, women who lay with women as they would with men, and men who lay with men as they...
That's
really?
Romans in the New Testament.
God still calls it an abomination.
After Jesus died.
Yeah.
So
in the last video we talked about riots. Well, I saw a video, and this falls under what Pastor Dizdar's been warned about, of a woman, and a lot of people jokingly said, this is not how you witness. Here's a good example of how not to witness. Okay? I can't even repeat half of what this woman said in the video.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of foul language with, you need to accept Jesus, using the MF-er,
And
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there going, and when she got confronted, she completely lost her mind. Now, I came up with a theory reading psychological papers from psychologists, not Christian psychologists, who have dealt with multiple personality disorders, ritual abuse. Okay? And the conclusion that I came to, and if you have a better conclusion, please comment below. Okay? If I'm kind of right, but I'm off on a couple of points, please give me the information. I would love it. I'll be the first to admit I don't know everything, and I'm not a psychologist. But the older these people get, when they've been multiple through ritual abuse, those walls start to break down. and their ability to interact with other people in society, with a husband, a wife, other loved ones, family members, friends, whoever, begins to deteriorate. And I think this woman was a good example of it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because she ended up screeching and screaming in the middle of a store.
Yep.
They had to actually handcuff her and walk her out.
Yep. I wanted to mention something with
Go ahead.
that. Why we talk about this? Why do we talk about multiple personalities and ritual abuses and all that?
Why do we talk about
Yeah,
it?
why?
Because they're everywhere.
Yeah. No, well, I'll just say, and then you step back one step
Yeah.
from that person. Step back one step to the bigger. I always try to look at the bigger picture. What's the next bigger picture? Right?
Mhm.
You have this lady that's multiple personality.
Yes.
And this guy,
Yeah.
and this guy, and this guy, and this
this
guy, and
kid,
this guy,
and that
this guy, blah,
grandmother,
blah, blah,
and
blah,
so on,
blah.
yeah.
Go back to the bigger picture. From that bigger picture, why are we
Nervous.
regionals? Why, because,
Seclorum.
yeah,
Order from chaos.
order from chaos. Yes.
Yes.
And then the next bigger picture from that, you've said countless of times on videos probably, but it's this video. So this video, how many angels left with Lucifer
Oh, a
out of
quarter.
heaven?
A quarter.
A quarter. So that's 3/4 of angels, 3-to-1
That God
deficit.
has.
Yeah,
2-to-1.
2-to-1.
2-to-1 deficit.
2-to-1 deficit. That's the big picture. That's
It's-
why if you go down to the local and this one lady screaming at everybody, that's
It's the
why
same-
she's possessed.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Genesis 6:4.
Yeah.
Okay, for the sons of God, saw the daughters of men. Giants were in the land in those days.
Yes.
And after. It's the same game plan.
Satan it's his plan. He's trying to get as many soldiers
Yeah, but
for
unfortunately,
the big fight.
these chosen ones that Russ Dizdar has talked about, tried
Yeah.
to warn about, they are everywhere.
Yes.
There are millions and millions and millions and hundreds of millions
Yep.
all over the world. They're in law enforcement. They're in the military. They're in government positions. They're in your grocery store. They're in your church.
Yeah, it's the same, and it's the same as it's coming to light now and stuff called sleeper cells about
Yeah.
terrorists in America and other places that are just waiting for the signal.
Yeah, these are satanic
But these
sleeper
are
cells.
these are the satanic. This is Satan's version of that.
Yeah,
Well, they got their version from
I think
Satan.
we need
but,
to
you
get
know.
back into that Black Awakening book a little bit and read some more excerpts from it.
Yep.
Pastor Dizdar has okayed it, so
Yep.
I think we need to get back into that. But
Because it's coming more in flourishing right now, especially with this weekend. This past 3 days.
oh yeah, well that and you can go online and look up Flocka.
Yeah.
Look that one up. Look
Yeah.
up Spice, and
Yeah.
look up the people who are doing this stuff and how they act.
Yep. I saw another video. Was it last week? The guy shooting the video was laughing at the guy running down the street naked, slamming his head in the cars, going, "Oh, look at this stupid MF, he's trying to kill himself," and blah 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 blah. Ha 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 ha. That's
the
what they
same
put on there for.
time-
But it's like I was watching it, going, "Okay, that guy's possessed."
Yeah, at the same time that's going on, we also have another thing going on. Something the Bible told us would happen. It said, "For the love of many would wax cold."
yeah,
When we see people videoing someone doing that
yeah,
and not trying to do something to help that,
yeah, yeah. They're
when we see people pulling their cell phones
Yeah,
out
that's the
when a
first thing
man
people
falls
do
into
now.
a convenience store because he's been shot and he's laying there bleeding to death, and they're just taking video and they're not doing anything to help that man. When we see people standing on the sidelines and
Yeah.
4 officers murder an innocent man, for
Yep.
the love of many will wax cold.
yep.
That doesn't just have to do with Christians. That means just people in general.
Yep. How many? Yeah, I would like to hear that stat. How many of those people filming that guy dying this week actually called the police on the police?
I know.
Call 911.
Call the sheriff's department.
Yeah,
Sheriff's
I know, but they're
over
killing
there.
this guy.
Yeah.
You know,
You call the
That's the
sheriff,
first-
call the state police, call somebody.
that's the first thing people do now. They pull out their phones, right? It used to be
Yeah.
to call 911. Now it's to get the camera.
Well, High Impact Vids had a video showing the protesters, and the thing. This is a scary thing. I know that there are good police officers out there. Okay, it may be Russian roulette today whether or not you get a good one, but there are. Okay, so
I still think there's more good than bad.
yeah, I don't want to lump
But-
them all into the basket with these people that shouldn't have a
Yeah.
badge. But my point is you look at these protests, and in a lot of instances, there are the ratio of police officer to protester is 10 to 1. 10 protesters to 1 officer. Well, God help the good ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
God help them.
Yep.
Because here's the thing.
Yeah, they're out there trying to do the right thing, and they get murdered for.
Yeah, society
Just go ahead, a
today.
badge on.
If you've got an entire police department, and I'm going to say this, I live in Indiana. We live in Indiana, and my local police department, it's got a lot of really good guys on it, man. I haven't met one yet. Yeah, you meet a couple that are not very personable.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean they're bad, okay? They're just not very personable. But most of them I met are really, really good people. They genuinely just want to help, okay? They genuinely just want to keep things safe, keep our city safe. And I say, you know what, GPD? Thank God for you. But at the same time, if we had just one officer do something like we've seen these officers do, everybody would, and this is society today, they would lump our whole department in with that bad cop.
Yep.
And we can't do that. You know, please don't do that, because that officer that was bad, lumping them all together, and then you go on the attack on law enforcement. A lot of these officers, female and male, they have families. They have children. And they would like to go home at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I would like to see them go home at the end of the day intact. So, guys, to our good law enforcement out there, to every American out there, if you see an officer in need, don't be afraid to render assistance. But at the same time, if you see an officer who's doing like these officers did, don't be afraid to render assistance to your fellow American. That don't mean attack that officer. That don't mean hurt that officer. It means stop what's going on.
Yeah. There was other officers there on scene. They could have got their attention and or something.
They could have stepped in.
I mean, we could arm short.
The guy was handcuffed on the ground, on his stomach. He couldn't fight back.
Yeah.
There was no reason to put your body weight on it and put your knee on it.
No, there wasn't. Absolutely no reason.
Zip. Yep. So, and that's the thing. I know for a fact, virtually every officer, because I don't know them all, but every one of them will say the same thing. That should never have happened.
Yep. Yep.
Should never have happened. Yep. And now we've witnessed looting in Indianapolis. We've witnessed looting in Columbus, riots, protests in Columbus, Indiana. This is Indiana.
Yep.
The last time Indiana had a really bad incident with riots was, gosh, back in the 60s.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it was. It was back in the 60s. So, you know.
So, back to what you were saying.
We need to be cautious as Christians.
Yes.
Okay? And to every Christian out there, whether you go to church or you're a remnant who doesn't have a home church because they don't want to hear the truth.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you this. These things are starting to wind up.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, and I was going to say we need to.
You can attack the watchman all you want. It's not going to stop what's coming.
We need to create a solid front against Satan, because he's picking us apart. So if you don't like something we say or any of the other ones say, you know, do your research on what we're saying first before you come back and just start blasting out comments.
Please.
Like there's so many times Brian's posted something and someone's come back screaming at him already, and the video you put up there was 14 minutes, and it's 2 seconds later he's like, you didn't even turn it on.
No, you didn't even watch it.
You didn't even watch it. Didn't read it. You know, it's like we have to stop.
Please
stop the bickering between us.
And I'm going to say this before, you know, I say what we always say at the end of our videos most of the time. I'm going to leave names out, but to the young lady who decided to go on the attack, I'm going to tell you this now. I pray for you, number one. Number two, I forgive you. I want you to know that. I'm not a bad guy, okay? And maybe my tactfulness needs a little work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Not maybe. Yes.
Yeah. I will concede that point. I tend to be a bit of a sledgehammer in a china shop.
Yeah.
But
sometimes you got to get people's attention.
Yeah. Sometimes that's only to get people's attention. Number one. Number two, I'm more concerned about your soul, about your physical safety, than I am about how you feel about me. Okay. So if I got a bunch of people mad at me, but at some point they remember something I said that helps them, thank God.
Yeah. Yep. Because we're all on the same team.
Yeah, we are.
We're all on the same team.
You know, and there's going to come a time when the people sitting in these churches, a lot of them are ill-prepared, not prepared at all, not ready, not wanting to face the truth of the situation that we're in and what's coming.
Yeah.
And God help them.
Yeah.
You know, I have days where I literally will weep thinking about these people, because I've met a lot of really nice people, but they just don't want to listen.
Yeah. Yep.
God help you. I hope your prayer life is strong, because you're going to need it.
Yeah.
So, and as always, whether you're sitting in a church or you're not in a church, or you won't darken the door of a church because of the people in those churches, whatever the case may be. If you don't know Jesus Christ, today, right now, is not the time to not know Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
The things that are coming upon this world, the things that are starting to happen, should be evidence that He's coming soon. And when He comes and He takes His real followers out of here, hell on earth is not even going to come close to the description of what you're going to deal with. Get to know Jesus today.
Yep.
Because if you don't, you're going to get left behind.
Yep.
Guys, God bless you. We love you. And we pray that these videos, any one of the videos, somebody finds helpful. We pray that through these videos, somebody comes to know the Lord Jesus Christ as their Savior. Okay? Because He died for you.
Yep.
Have a good weekend.
Yep. God bless.